What's going on, everybody? It's Andrew Vascassenno with eXp Realty out here in Denver, Colorado. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. Today's video, we're out here in beautiful Evergreen, Colorado. Gonna do a little pros and cons video of what it's like to live out here. So if you enjoy this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, smash the notification bell. And of course, as always, shameless plug, I'm a licensed realtor out here in the Denver metro area. So if you're curious about moving out here, have any questions about moving out here, feel free to reach out to me at my information below. I'll be happy to help you with all your real estate needs. And with all that out of the way, let's jump into it. All right, let's start out with the obvious, and that's the active lifestyle slash the nature that you got out here. So you've got things to do year round, whether during the summer it's hiking, mountain biking, fishing, going out on Evergreen Lake, which I can talk about. And then during the winter months, you can go snowshoeing, you can go ice skating on that lake, you can go still hiking. I mean, as you can see behind me here, it snowed a few days ago, about 5 to 6 inches or so, and it's pretty much already melted. I'm in tennis shoes up here, so even during the winter you can hike. So really there's always things to do outside, plenty of forests to go check out, plenty of trails to go check out, whether you want to hike or mountain bike or horseback. Plenty of stuff to do out here, so never have a shortage of outdoor activities. Second pro I want to talk about is your proximity. So, you're still in the mountain town, which is nice, but you're not too far from the city and from everything that the city offers. So you're about 30 minutes or so from downtown Golden, 40 minutes from downtown Denver, and then about an hour or so from Denver International Airport, which, if you know Denver, isn't that bad. Denver National Airport is in the middle of nowhere, so not bad to be under an hour. So whether you need to get to Denver to, go to an event, or you maybe want to work down there and live in the mountains, you're close to there, or if you want to go shopping and hang out in the Golden area or even Morrison, great location, but you still get this great outdoor area and this great forest to live in while still being close to all those amenities. And then it wouldn't be a real estate video, and I wouldn't be a real estate agent if I didn't talk about the real estate out here. So one pro with the real estate out here is you have the ability to actually own land versus being in like the Denver metro area, where it's going to be a lot of subdivisions. You're going to get your quarter of an acre at most of the time. It's going to be smaller than that, especially if you're in a newer community. So out here you can have 1, 2, 5, 10, as many acres as you want if you want to pay for it. So that's a pretty good pro, to be able to own land, have your own land, and be separated from your neighbors so you guys aren't right on top of each other. And the fourth pro I just want to mention is the school system out here. So surprisingly, it's a little mountain town, but it's got pretty good schools. You've got the Evergreen High School, plenty of elementary schools out here. So if you've got kids and you want to still live out here, but you want to make sure they've got a good education, there's good schools out here, so no need to worry about that. That way you could still live out here, you commute to the city or work from home, and you could have kids going to school out here. So great all around community to live in. All right, then moving on to the cons. Con number one, I gotta start with the real estate. So even though you can buy land and get something nice out here, it's gonna cost you a good amount. Average home price is nearing $900,000 to live out here. So very expensive. If you wanna live out here, definitely be prepared for it. One reason why it's so expensive is, one, you need to live in the forest. But two, it's probably one of the closer towns to the Denver metro area, so it's really easy for people to live out here, get that mountain living life, but then also be close to the city to either work or go to events or whatever it may be. So if you're gonna move out here, get ready to pay a lot. There are some cheaper places you can get in like the $300,000-400,000 range, but for the most part, you're looking at that's going to be like a 1-bed, 1-bath, maybe a condo or a townhouse. So it is pretty expensive, so get ready to spend a lot if you're wanting to move out here. All right, and con number two, because it's such a small town, there's not a lot out here, you're going to be limited for your dining and shopping. There are a lot of cool places in downtown Evergreen to check out, whether it's dining or shopping, but for the most part, you're going to be pretty limited to the places you can go to. I'd say you could probably knock out all of them within a couple months of living here, depending on how much you eat out. So you'll probably end up going down to the Denver area a lot, whether it's Morrison or Golden, or some of those other places that are close to the foothills. But again, there's not a lot out here, so be prepared to be disappointed unless you find a couple really good places that you can eat a lot. It could be a good thing for you. All right, wind's picking up a bit. Hopefully you can still hear me on this one, but con number three is going to be the wildlife. So I put it as a con. It might be pro to some of you, but I'm thinking more in context of if you have small children or animals. So we do have bears out here, mountain lions, those kind of animals. For the most part, they keep to themselves, but you know, if an animal's hungry enough, they might try to venture where they usually wouldn't. So if you do live out here, or you want to live out here, just keep that in mind. Make sure to have an eye on your kids and your animals, small pets at all times, because there's a lot of wildlife out here, because at the end of the day, we're in the forest and it is what it is. All right, and con number four I want to talk about is going to be your higher levels of radon out here. So if you're not familiar with radon, it's a gas that's known to cause cancer. It's existent in the soil out here. Higher levels seem to be up in the mountain towns. So when you look to buy a place, definitely want to get yourself a radon test, probably about $200 for that. So it's a great insurance policy to have to see what levels you're at. And depending on your levels, and I usually tell a lot of my clients, just as for peace of mind, you can spend about $1,000, get a radon mitigation system from a lot of companies out here. They'll install a fan in the lower levels of your home, usually the basement, blow that gas out and keep those levels down. And that way you don't have to worry as much about it as you would if you didn't have that system installed. All right, well, those are the 4 pros and 4 cons I want to talk about. Appreciate you guys watching. If you liked it and want to support the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Really helps out a lot. And of course, if you're looking to move out here, I'll drop my contact information below. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Call, text, email, whatever works for you. Happy to help. And I will see you on the next one.